Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shy Guy Reviews. Today, we're going to be taking a look at My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 7. So, as I was kind of expecting, this week's episode isn't as crazy as I would like it. There was mostly just a lot of small little things. As a matter of fact, I don't even feel like there was a lot of time in the matches. It was mostly just build up and some few other things. So, of course, we start the episode with a recap because why wouldn't they? And they went straight into the intro, and Deku's like, "It was a very close battle, you know. I mean, we didn't know who was gonna win. I mean, I guess from your point of view, but from me, she could just put a mushroom in your neck and you're dead. So, like, what do you do? You had no alternative. She just kind of had you on the ground. The only reason she wasn't able to just win straight out was because she was afraid she was gonna kill you. I mean, you had no way to get back from that. You actually see her trying to help Tokoyami after that. But yeah, no, that wasn't even close. Not even in my eyes. Most of that, their team Class B was just on it. Class A, they got some moments, but like that doesn't mean they were good. Um, I mean, Momo was okay, but like all she did was she tied herself to the enemy. I mean, tactically it makes sense with the way that you had your options, but the main thing was that I mean, in a real fight, I mean, you tie yourself to the enemy, then what? You're just gonna get cut off. Like, in all retrospect, I mean, it works in this case, but I don't know. It did show she has a lot of foresight, so that was nice, I guess. But pretty much, Momo gets dissed along with all the other humans by the robots. The robots in this episode are really anti-human. I'm okay with that. Everything got destroyed due to the tactics they were using. So, Vlad's like, you guys can't do this. Be more, less destructive. Of course, we have Gloating Boy. We all ignore him. He gets chopped like Kendall, like he always does. Uh, the funny part was that Mineta gets told he's small by Mina, and she does a weird gesture with her hands, making me think something else. But you know what? She's the new mascot. Mina is the new mascot, and they're doing it for a reason, and she's showing up for a very specific reason. She's in most of the shots, I feel, or I feel like she's in a frame every, like, 2 3 minutes. A lot of weird shots, I'll say that. So, it's at this point, I think she's there for a reason. But, Deku is like, he's chilling with everybody, and All Might's trying to sneak up on him. He's like, yo, come, we need to talk. Wasn't really sneaky. And, they start talking. He starts talking like, yo, you know, you're going to be facing the same dude who made you have those, not hallucinations, but those images that you saw last time. So you're going to have to be kind of careful with that. And he's like, yeah, I know. And Bakugo is just right behind him. You can see the little poking out of the hair, and if you go back. I didn't see it the first time, so I thought that was really great on the animators in a really great way. I don't know if that was in the manga. I am not a manga reader, so I have no idea on that front. But, that was really cool. But pretty much, Bakugo, he's scolding the hell out of Deku. He's just, he's getting on bad because he can. That's kind of his character. All Might's like, oh, cool, he's helping in his own way. Maybe not, whatever. It's mostly just a lot of fluff. None of this is important other than the fact that Bakugo is keeping tabs on them. So, Momo gets healed, well, whatever. Everybody's all good. Tokoyami is like, hold out for me, Todoroki. And Todoroki's like, why? We don't really have any relation here. And he's like, we gotta uphold the image of the number one and number two heroes. And, we have to have that Endeavor flashback back to last season when everything was amazing and Endeavor was fighting the Nomu. I mean, that was probably the best part of the season so far, which is pretty sad. But you know what? It's okay. We're having some things. I mean, to me, earlier was pretty good. When Deku had the vision with One for All. But, Lita is having a flashback of his own, and he's like, his hero's life is over, and he's telling his mom his secret. And he's telling his mom to tell him the secret, and the brother is telling him. And it's actually to rip out the engines from his feet and then practice. I mean, that's pretty metal. I really enjoy that. That's a really nice touch. I think this talks more to the writing rather than the anime, but like that was amazing. I just love the fact that he has to do that, and it looks painful, so I appreciate that. Um, so we got Tetsu up in here, uh, you know, and he's like, I'm not dumb. Let's finish level this whole place so we can fight out straight out. And Kirishima's like, wow, he's really implementing all the things I was trying to do. And they're like, nah, not really. But the funny thing was that they were just told by Vlad to keep the damage to the minimum. So Juzo, you guys might not remember him. He's the dude with the crazy face. In this episode, he's wearing a mask, and pretty much he can make things soft. And he's like, "Yeah, cool, we can work with this." And Kaibara, who's the dude that can make things spin, and Pony, the girl with the horns, its horn cannon quirk, is like, "Let's not," but whatever. He keeps doing it. And they feel like Todoroki's group is gonna win a straight up fight. They feel too, so they're like, all right, let's engage. First thing they do, they go straight in. So we cut out, and we're looking at Endeavor, and we're chasing some random villain that could turn his feet or whatever into wheels. He's not really important. The main thing is he goes to take hostage of some kids and never says no and just smashes the shit out of him. You probably see it on the screen right now. I love that. That one frame right here you're probably looking at. Amazing. And he gets him and he just stops him and dude's like, please, I give up. You're burning the hell out of me, Endeavor had cornered him exactly like that, all on purpose. It wasn't by chance, right? That's just the way it ended up. So, that was cool. And, he pulls out his phone and he's like, come on, I finally did it. He's so happy. He finally friended his son Todoroki. I don't know what, but you know what? He's hyped. So I'm hyped with him. And he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Kids, you're good. And they go from scared to happy because they were, Endeavor's pretty scary looking, especially with all the fire around. So it makes sense. But they leave happy. And he's like, with Fuyumi's help, I finally friended Shoto. And I'm like, I'm like, damn, he's really trying here. But the funny part to me is he just spammed the hell out of him while he's in the middle of this fight, I think. Todoroki flees. He sneezes, and we get, like, that most generic transition, like, oh, I think somebody's talking about me, whatever. So Toto ices the hell out of Tetsu as he's just beating the hell out of stuff with his steel quirk and leveling everything. And Lita begins his attack on the ice. That way Juzo can't melt the floor. Little do they know, Juzo can melt the floor. And Lita falls into the floor. But another twist, they're trying to stay off the floor on pipes. And, it turns out Juzo's like, I thought you guys would do that. And he falls, he's like, be careful, you might fall in. And, he's just got them all in the palm of his hand. Oh my god, Juzo is so cool. I mean, with a quirk like that, it's almost like the opposite of, our star boy who no longer has his quirk from the big three of the school. But it's like it's so odd because if you put a person under, do they just die? Like, imagine having this quirk specifically in a villain. You make a whole building squishy and people just fall and they fall into the floor and they die and they all just disappear. Like, this dude is insane. And, he's crazy looking, but he's super nice. He's thinking things through. He's not stupid. And we pretty much just have a bunch of small fights, Drill Dude, Kaibara, whatever, is fighting Tail Dude. Like anybody cares about either one of them. I'm sorry, but nobody cares about you guys. For the two people that care about them, I'm so sorry. Lita gets tricked in the same way. He was jumping on a pipe, I think, and he fell in, like I said earlier. And, Pony uses her horns to separate Multiform Dude from Toto. Multiform, the dude with all the arms, I forget his name. And, pretty much, she just pushes Kirishima straight towards him, and Kirishima's... it's like Kirishima. He didn't push Kirishima. He pushed his steel equivalent, Toto... what was his name? I forget. But, they're virtually the same character. Let's see if I can remember. Tetsu, that's what it is. She pushes Tetsu as he's just attacking, and he just breaks through the ice and smashes into Toto. And, next week, we get more fights we honestly don't care about with the painful, like, dad backstory is what I'm expecting from Todoroki, because it looks like he's thinking, and honestly, the animation looks pretty good, so I'm pretty hyped, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Overall, this episode was pretty meh. Not a lot happened. The only thing I kind of failed to mention is that, Lita, after his flashback, had, like, a whole boost section where he just started crashing through the ice. And, he's, like, aiming for, I think, Juzo. But there's not much to it, guys. I mean, it's another episode of My Hero Academia. I do like watching it weekly, but I just feel like it's really dragging on. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people started dropping the series here and they might picking it up later. And you know what? This episode can be summed up very quickly. Deku, Bakugo, slight relationship increase. We get a little flashback, and Lita got stronger. He trained after the incident with his brother. Todoroki's going through dad issues. His dad is going through son issues and trying to repair a relationship. And we start a fight where, you know what? I have a new favorite character, and his name is Juzo. So, you know what? That's it. That really is it. Because we don't really care about Tail Dude, like I said before, or Drill Dude. I mean, I didn't even remember Tail Dude was a thing. Didn't he get, like, mind wiped once in the series? That's the only other time I remember him really doing anything. But you know what? Fine. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Let me know if you think it was better, if it was worse, if you're just bored the same way I am with it. If you think they need to move on, I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I could always use some more subscribers. And you know what, guys? Try not to die. Have a great life, and I'll see you next time. You should have a great day.